Broadcast. It's been a while. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton, with a voice that's, getting better. Wednesday, June the 8th, 2011, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. Oh, baby, what a day. I think this could have been the turning point, people. Stock market down the day after being up early. S&P closing at 1280, roughly. Dow looking very weak. Even gold down $7 after making a rip to 15. What did it get to 1545? Crude up on OPEC decisions, obviously not to increase production, but I think crude inventories also today were a factor as well. U.S. beige book weaker, not showing many good things at all. Inflation really the only thing subdued, but I got to tell you, we got Jimmy Rogers coming on CNBC in a bit. I want to watch this, but you look at this dollar index. I think it held. They could have put it away today. Everything looked like it was done. We got big numbers, big events coming up in the next 24 hours. ECB, baby. Will Trichet deliver? Some people in the market actually believe that they're actually going to put back in vigilance regarding inflation. Give me a break. But I'll tell you, we had some numbers coming out of Germany last night that was not very good. Weaker than expected. German industrial production down 0.6%. Revision was a little bit higher, but still a negative number. Not a good thing. Other numbers coming out last night. We did have home loans out of Australia a little bit better. But remember, I'm part of Twitter and Voice of Forex fan page, both Twitter and fan page on Facebook. I've been twitting and posting like crazy how this Aussie is toast. Yeah, I was a little nervous yesterday, I must say. But ever since that decision, this baby couldn't make it. You look at this Aussie dollar. Very ominous looking chart, isn't it? Now, again, did it break this whole little downtrend channel we had going, the triple top? Yes. But you know what? We're coming eerily close to this 105.75 level. We break through that, which I think we do tonight. I think commodity currencies get whacked. Risk gets whacked. Listen, you're talking about a stock market that's made a tremendous run. You know, everyone's going to say, oh, this is a spot to buy. Give me a break. I'm not saying we're going to collapse. I'm just saying between now and the end of June, I don't see how the stock market's going to continue to really rally. We might rally after the Fed's decision on QE3, whenever that comes, if it ever comes. In my opinion, QE3 is going to have to come. The economic numbers around the globe are coming in. The U.S. economy is basically tanking. We've got unemployment claims tremendous. Obviously, the jobs number last Friday was disgusting. And yes, the Fed is going to be investing the coupon payments from the treasuries it owns. But, I mean, look at this Aussie dollar. Look at the move this thing is happening. You take a look at the stock market. They're basically on par. The stock market, though, is a little bit lower, isn't it? And just for a normal retracement, a nice 38.2% retracement from a 2-year bull run. I'm sorry, almost 3. That's down to 90. Now, you want to take away this run, and let's do the run in the last year. Well, that gives us a level of 98.50. I like that spot. Again, back in the fold, back to a major channel line, which we got right around here, I believe. Look at that. Oh, baby, that's the 50% retracement at a monster perfect pullback. From this level to this level is the 50 and the channel line. So I got to tell you, I don't see why this baby can't come in 1,000 pips. And again, foreign exchange, as you know, is sometimes a little late to the party. It doesn't believe it. You get a little more momentum from this side on the downside. You get a little more momentum in the stock market to the downside. We're going to melt down. We're going to get one of these big moves to the downside, baby. So, like I said, you know, the stock market's got 2 major worries coming up the end of this month, right? We got the debt ceiling limit is coming to an end. The U.S. is going to have to make a decision finally in the next 4 to 5 weeks, supposedly, even though the Treasury said they're funded until, what, August 15th? But there's a big showdown coming the end of this month. And then you have the end of QE2. Yeah, we got QE 2.5 with the buying of the coupon payments, but come on. Give me a break. The only thing is the VIX is not exploding. We get that VIX to explode, which I think it will, and we get a real stock market meltdown, and we get the Aussie, which is the big risk play, to come in. And on top of that, you got an an RBA, Royal Bank of Australia, that's basically saying things aren't that bad. Things aren't that great. Things have turned down. Unemployment's been bad. Remember, we got an employment number tonight, and it's going to suck. Making the call, baby. You take a look at this pound Aussie. It's ready to break out. Look at that move. Look at this thing. This pound Aussie's gone from 2700. Unbelievable. I'm going to try and see when Jimmy Rogers is coming on. I want to see what he's saying. The dollar's going to collapse, which probably it will, but not before we get a big risk-off trade, and that's $1 in. And I got to tell you, that means if risk-off comes off, this Aussie collapses, cable maybe even hangs in there, we get a nice 500 pip rally in this thing, easy. You do a long-term channel line, you even do a long-term FIP, forget about it. I would say 170 certainly is a monster spot. That's a huge call. But you look at some of these commodity currencies, and they're not looking very good. Look at Euro, Aussie yen. That one's starting to roll over. Dollar yen closing below 80. Oh, baby. I know I'm jumping around all over the place, but, again, this Aussie trade, and again, Voice of Forex on Facebook, Voice of Forex on Twitter. And if you ever want to know what my thoughts are, if you're wondering about the video, why I'm doing videos, I post enough stuff. And remember, my premium people, they get it. They get me doing this every day. You just don't, because you're not premium. And remember, you can try my product free for 1 week. Just cancel before you have to get billed. Only one per person per year. But again, the numbers out of the U.S. are just collapsing. Even Canada numbers haven't been very impressive, even though the IV on Monday was much better, 69.1. We did have building permits, I believe, down 21%, right around there. And yes, we had German factory orders and retail sales a little bit better. But again, you got this E. coli situation in Germany. That's going to slow things down a little bit. Beige obviously very unimpressive today. And we take a look at this dollar index. I'm sorry. I want to look at this euro sterling first. Look at that outside candle. Oh my baby Lord. Look at that. Double top. Interesting where this was last month, remember. This was Trichet last month, changing his language. Double top your pleasure. We should easily come into 88.40. I'm looking for more. I'm looking for a Fibonacci in this thing. I think Jamie Dimon's questions yesterday at the Bankers Association was very apropos. By the way, notice where the Fibonacci retracement is right at the exponential moving average. Don't tell me they don't work. When you get a reversal. But it is true that there's too much bureaucracy now. But what do we do? Do you lend to the subprime people? I think some subprime people should be lent to. I think those that have a steady job for 5 years, that have a 10% down payment, why shouldn't they be allowed to buy a home? So there certainly should be a way to find those credible people who are credible buyers be able to buy homes. Maybe it's all been a sham. Maybe it's just been lies and no doc loans. I don't think so, though. I think 2005 and 6 wasn't like that. So again, the question is, will the Fed be able to do QE3? I don't think they will. I think the Republicans are going to stonewall him, and Obama. It's a tough call. Does he push the Fed to do QE3? More spending? Republicans will have him for lunch at the elections. So Bernanke is really in a political problem because fiscally, if he sees inflation as he does, right? He sees inflation as transitory. So CPI is going to come in. He should be able to do more QE2, 3, 4, 5. Because jobs are falling off a cliff again. 9.1% unemployment. Remember, the Fed has a dual mandate. So I'm curious to see if Trichet gets asked the questions. Do you believe that the high oil prices and the higher inflation numbers are transitory? And he's going to address it. And at some point, one central bank is going to balk and say, you know what? It might be here to stay. these inflation expectations might become anchored. He says that. Psh, forget it. Euro to the moon, they're going to raise rates. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to be on Bernanke's side. I think they're coordinated. I think Trichet and Bernanke go hand in hand. I would be shocked if he completely disagreed with Bernanke. So I would imagine the language is not going to change. It's going to be the same. Euro gets whacked. So we have a big day tomorrow. But obviously we have a lot more stuff coming out tonight. And, listen, the Saudi situation, they're not really increasing production. Well, you know what? Why this is when Obama's got to do the right thing and say, you know what, guys? I'm going to release some of the SPR, Strategic Petroleum Reserve, temporarily. 100 million barrels. That's all you need. 20% of it. We got plenty. We got enough stored. We're okay. I'm going to release to ease the burden on the American people. Jawbone and actually act a little bit. Scare the living daylights out of the Saudis. OPEC. I don't think you do it. You need to keep a big reserve just in case. But I'm just saying. Something where you do something. A token something. I think that would do wonders. Of course, he won't think outside the box. Everyone will tell him he's crazy to do it. And if it doesn't work, so what? At least he tried. And we could buy it back on the open market. Big deal. So, I think that, again, Bernanke's going to want to do QE3. And the question is, will he be able to? But will he be able to do it in July? Not in your life. I think the stock market would have to really come down. And then maybe in August, he pulls the trigger. Because the market, I think, is selling off and thinking he might not do it. He's really okay with investing the coupons. Remember, that's been like $70 billion too, And continue to invest those coupons as QE 2.5. So I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. And I think then you really get more of a dollar rally. The stock market would sell off then. And we do get a bounce in June. And I think the federal government of the U.S. will probably figure out a way to increase the debt limit. But no QE3. Some sort of a backdoor deal. We increase the debt limit, but no freaking QE3. I cannot imagine it being politically acceptable. The American public will never stand for it. Bernanke would be crucified. The Tea Party. Ron Paul. So, all right. So we got plenty of numbers coming out tonight. Again, I think this dollar reversed. I think the euro reversed. It looked like it was going to break out, maybe get up to 127.50, I was thinking last night. Never got there. But I think it's toast. That's it. Double top. And you know what? This euro sterling is really confirming that for me. Outside candle. Euro even almost took out previous day lows. This took out the highs, though, and the euro couldn't go up. Good freaking sign. This is a monster outside candle. I love it. And we look at the weekly chart. That's going to look gorgeous, too. Oh, baby. Did you say shooting star? Hell yeah. Look at sterling daily chart. That's a weekly, sorry. Remember, people, stock market's coming in. If you're getting on the dollar bear side, you're making a big mistake. Let me help you. Try my product. Oh, baby. info@globalfxradio.com for more information on my premium service, $200 a month. But remember, $600 for the remaining of the year. No more deals after that. My only deal left, I will honor none on my website. I'm taking them down this weekend. The only deal you have is $600 for the end of the year or $200 a month. And remember, I send you research that costs a lot of money too. More than the subscription price. So anyway, again, sterling. I think, again, euro sterling coming in. Cable's going to put up a fight. I don't think we take out this channel line. Yes, sterling might spike up a little bit, but I don't think we take out 65.50. No way. Crude. It's a big tax. It's disgusting filling up your tank. It is disgusting. It makes me sick. Dalian tried to really collapse. They couldn't. I still think we head back down to our nice bottom in the beginning of May, around 79.55. Jimmy Rogers coming up. It's going to be a long show today. I think that you look at this dollar yen. It's going to break. It can't take out 80.50. Monster spot. I think we break through 79.50. We melt. Easy down to 78.75. And if we bounce up and take out 80.50, we probably could take out 81.20. So New Zealand, we got coming up, don't we, at 5 o'clock, baby? 45 minutes. I'll hope to have this uploaded so you'll have it in time. Although some of you won't. I'm short it, baby. Oh, yeah. I think they're going to be relatively in the middle. They're not going to be too dovish. They're not going to be too hawkish. Dovish is going to be because the global economy is slowing down. Hawkish is going to be because they're rebuilding from the worst earthquakes they've had in a century in Church Christ, ever. So the rebuilding effort's really heating up. And don't forget, eggs, sheep, milk, all these things are still very expensive. And they're doing well over there. Remember, the number one producer of eggs in the world. Lamb, sheep, you Kiwiers. I'll tell you. Again, New Zealand dollar, I think it rolls over. Again, but I am short Aussie Kiwi. Sorry. Listen, that was the easiest trade, Aussie Kiwi. As soon as that came out, bye-bye. We rode this sucker all the way down. Got out gorgeous, a little too early at 30.50. Went lower. Bounce, and boom, right back down. And remember, even if they are a little on the dovish side, we might rally. Might pop up. I don't think we take out this whole 132. I do not think that gets taken out. Because remember, we got an employment number coming out tonight. Big. I mean big. B-I-G is big. Looking for, I believe, 25.6. Remember, last month was a stunner. Last month was down 22,000. Right? 22,100. If we have a number below 20,000, that gives us a negative 2-month average. I think this Aussie Kiwi comes right back down. So no matter how dovish they are, with that employment number looming, and I think it's going to be weaker, I would say Aussie Kiwi tanks tonight. I'm looking for 127.50. Easy. And take a look at my double top here. Where's my Euro Canada? Oh, baby. I love it. Outside candle again. Well, this one wasn't. This one was. The euro absolutely collapsed today, in my opinion, across the board. Everything. Jimmy Rogers coming on soon. Dollar Swiss. Didn't really pop. A little disappointed in Dollar Swiss, but I still like it. Euro Swiss. Tried buying it. Big mistake. Piece of crap. Right back down. I bought in a pullback. I'm not losing that much money, but still not happy. And what else am I missing? Dollar Canada. Nice back up day. Took out previous day high. I'm still bullish. I still like it. I'll tell you, I still think silver is a short. Abso-freaking-lutely. And then, of course, remember, it's not over. We got more stuff coming out tonight in Europe. Obviously, we got MPC, the Bank of England, right? And we got the ECB. And again, I think Trichet is going to be not so hawkish on inflation. I think he's going to try and talk the way Bernanke did, excuse me, and basically be transitory. If he backs Bernanke, the euro gets whacked. If he doesn't, everyone's expecting the language to be put back in. Why? Why? I don't get it. I think with the stock market rolling over still, you look at this euro yen, nice triple top of the channel to you. Almost got there, but it failed. Listen, there's a nice outside candle, so the euro really came in here today. And again, I love this Aussie. Short, I'm just trying to hold on. Kiwi. Dollar index, big spot, 74. We take out this 74. Oh, mama. We're going up. 74.10. And I think we get a little momentum. I mean, you certainly would be talking about retracement. So the first one's 74.65, around there. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy. He's going to say the dollar's going to collapse. Oh my gosh, she sounds worse than I am. Can you believe this? Poor Maria. She's got what I have. She sounds like death. Man, this is terrible. She sounds like a heifer, doesn't she? Oh my goodness. I feel terrible because this is because of Mark Haynes. God rest his soul. This is all because of Mark Haynes gone. They have nobody there. There's a monthly chart of the dollar index. It is. It's so true. It's unprecedented. Maria. Oh my God. This is crazy. August and September. Yep. Exactly. Can you guys hear this? I'm not sure if you guys can hear this. Can you hear Jimmy, by the way, room? I don't think so. I don't think you can hear it. Oh, you can. U.S. dollar is going to be a total disaster. But can you hear it in my room? I don't think so. Yeah, you can hear me. You can't hear Jimmy. I'm sorry, people. He's low on the dollar. Yep. I agree. He's long for a rally. Jimmy Rogers long for a rally in the dollar, but he's looking to be shorted. And he thinks it's going to be like London. London was the reserve currency back, 100 years ago, and look what happened to that. Again, that's probably going to happen, but I don't see how that doesn't mean a stock market meltdown. At some point, we're going to have a reverse correlation where the dollar just melts down too much. But right now, the dollar sells off, stock market goes up. That's the net skinny of it. Until that changes, I cannot imagine the stock market going to new highs and the dollar collapsing. I understand it now, and we look at this dollar index chart, it is totally busted. But to see a big bounce, a big bill, I don't know, some sort of Fibonacci retracement, is on a monthly basis. We're talking up to 78.50. That wouldn't be so horrible, right up to here, one of the exponential moving averages, a monthly of 30 years. And we do see the dollar. I'm sorry. I thought you guys were listening to this while I was. Maria has the worst freaking voice. Worse than mine. And with the stock market, in my opinion, poised to sell off and more risk to come out of the market, you would expect a nice pop in the dollar. But do I think the dollar's going to go into this big uptrend? Do I think we're going to pop up to one of these levels? I doubt it. I really doubt it. But you know what? It looks too easy, the stock market going down. And I think Bernanke's going to deliver. The stock market is too important to Bernanke and the global economy for him to let it collapse. And remember, the Fed is not political right now. Bernanke, if he wants to, can do whatever the hell he wants. He wants to buy more treasuries, he can. So if he wants to, he can. And I think the big debate's going to be, is the Fed politicized or not? Because based upon what he said, he is going to do QE3. I just don't think he has the balls to do it. Team, I'll see you back at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. And again, people, to recap, I'm looking for the dollar to continue to rally. I'm looking for the stock market to continue to sell off. 1250 on the S&P. I think we got to have a big down wipeout day. And I think that if Trichet is bearish and the euro really comes in, which I think it's going to, and we get some more weak numbers out of Australia, New Zealand, if they're also more on the dovish side, which I think they're going to be in 34 minutes, I just don't see how the market's going to be up. I think the dollar rally is nice. We're due. And I think the European concerns are going to come back in the fray. But as far as the tomorrow and Trichet, I think the euro continues to weaken as we saw euro sterling monster reversal. And again, try my freaking product, you freebies. I've been holding out on you just because I want to get more members. No soup for you. Well, you had a little soup today. Come get some more. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night.